Hey, what's up guys? Midladder has made its way to the top of Clash Royale. The ranked 28 player in the world is using Hog Rider Sparky to make his opponents furious. After seeing this deck in action, I couldn't stop myself from laughing at how angry opponents were. After they defend Hog Riders with a P.E.K.K.A, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Elite Barbarians, or Mega Knight, their counter-pushing cards will go right into the trap of Sparky or Barbarians. And high damage cards like P.E.K.K.A, Mini P.E.K.K.A will get lost on their way to the tower, swarmed by a sea of skeletons spawned by the witch. Also, the best Hog Rider decks in the game always use Log. So the fact that this deck has Zap to reset your opponent's units and quickly combust bats and skeletons makes this Hog Rider deck 10 times more deadly. And after you defend with a Sparky and you throw a Hog Rider in front of it, opponents aren't used to stopping that. At first glance, this deck might seem stupid, but having synergy with Fireball Bait with the Barbarians, Witch, and Electro Wizard allows you to cover defending ground and air cards even if your opponent has Fireball, because they won't be able to Fireball 3 cards at once. It's time to spark up our Hog Hammer and assert dominance. And huge hog love to everyone supporting the channel with credit code SirTag. So I never thought I would see a Hog Rider Sparky deck venture its way up to this high in the world, but I guess Clash Royale just comes up with crazy stuff all the time, or I guess the players do. And sometimes they filter their way up to the top, so you got to give it credit when it can reach here. Usually it's permanently stuck at mid ladder, but when you've got Barbarians and Sparky, I feel like there's a lot of good opportunities to get damage and counter push. For instance, if you're running like a Hog Rider cycle deck, you're never going to get counter push with your Tesla or your cannon. But, I mean, those barbs, they're putting in a wild amount of work. I love it. I can activate King Tower here with this Electro Wizard as well. I'm going to posture in a position where I know I can get a good King Tower activation, and I think that's going to be our best option. I think Skeleton Army here, last possible second, is nice, because we can bait our opponent to cycle more stuff into us. Please. Would have been clean if we were able to get him to not arrows that and then lost the wall breakers with the recruits. That's the best possible situation. But hey, guy was quick with the trigger, so we didn't get what we wanted. We still have Barbarians for the other side. I like that. If you cycle Sparky in the back, you can blast whatever they defend the Hog Rider with. Meanwhile, we have the ability to be really annoying and spam more stuff. So let's Hog Rider here so we can cycle to our Zap. So we had our Zap in our hand. I just wanted to drop it. And nice! The Mighty Miner is going to have to shift directions here and click the ability for sure. I don't think he's going to just drop a Goblin Gang. I think he's just going to... Oh, wait, really? This is so much better for me. This is like insanely good. Because Barbarians are one of the best counters to the game for Royal Recruits. The fact is, like, he has to overspend on offense if he wants to do anything here, or he's going to lose the recruits, he'll lose everything. Even if he arrows us, it's not that good. Could Fireball? I just don't want to be honest. I would prefer to preserve our Elixir and then make plays afterward. So I could Electro Wizard, I could Sparky again, more so oriented in the middle. I definitely think it's better for us to go Witch, just because it's a safe card. It's going to be able to spawn some skeletons, give us the ability to defend against this Firecracker, and provide some pretty fierce counter push with the Evolved Zap if I want to with the Mighty Miner. Because he's going to have to hit Mighty Miner, that's for sure, right? Is the Witch going to stay alive? Oh my gosh, the Witch! She's cooking! She's going to be able to tank for the Mighty Miner for a while. And the Mighty Miner's just wasting away while his tower is decaying. This is beautiful. I would have never thought that I'm able to beat top level, top tier decks that are at the, I don't know, highest point they've been in a while. Like this freaking Firecracker Royal Recruits deck is the easiest Royal Recruits deck to play. I mean, I've played them all. I can tell you guys for 100% certainty. The fact that this deck is getting destroyed by ours is insane to me. I just never thought that that would be a thing. All right, we're going to Zap, and we're going to make sure that the Firecracker hits the Hog Rider instead. Then we can go and spring together a freaking Skeleton Army in the middle while we're proliferating more skellies. He's so angry that he can't stop emoting. This is awesome. All right, let's flex on him a little bit more, drop Barbarians at the bridge and predict what he's going to do. And he can't cross the bridge. Imagine being frustrated and then dropping more cards at the bridge only to get right into a brick wall. This guy... It's fitting because he's angry that our Barbarians are getting raged up since they're the evolution. Each time they attack, they get a little miniature rage. He's angry, he's raging. It's just a big rage party. And after collecting the dub, we've pushed up to 3,300 in the world. This deck is sensational. I did not think that we would win the first game against one of the hardest decks to beat in Clash. I mean, 90% of the time when I play against that thing and I'm running an off-meta deck, I just lose. But I guess with Barbarians, it's just so good against Hog Riders, Royal Recruits, Golems. They're a very underrated evolution in my opinion. You're going to have a lot of Fireball bait in this deck with Witch, Electro Wizard, and Barb, so it's pretty well thought out. You know, a lot of things in Clash Royale I feel like are not experimented with as much as they should be. Because you could look at this deck and be like, oh, it's not good, but in reality, I mean, it's consistently performing as one of the top decks in the game. And you got to give it credit where credit is due. We're going to be able to beat Elixir Golem here too, right? There's no doubt in my mind that this is going to be a fireball if I can hit it correctly. I don't know if I want to, though. I think that maybe going Hog Rider here is better to pull his units back. And then Electro Wizarding after that as well is going to clean everything up with minimal damage. And we could zap if we wanted. So, I don't know. I think that was better. Maybe I'm wrong, but kind of like that. And, oh, he doesn't know we have Sparky. He thinks I just have Barbarians. This is going to be so much better. Hee-haw, hee-haw. I've never done that in real life. We're evolving. We're evolving. And this guy is starting a revolution. He's like, Jake, I know you were born in Michigan and you moved to Massachusetts for the revolution, but, you know, we have a revolution in Clash Royale where the Elixir Golem is appalling, and it's not necessarily working the same way for him at all. I just need a zap on this, and then hopefully the Sparky cleans everything up. And we got dual lane pressure. And this is our declaration of independence against this man. He's going to be probably independent from his towers soon, if I had to be real with y'all. There's no shot that we hit all the skeletons, but maybe the next wave of them, maybe we can hit all of them now. Nope, I have to Electro Wizard. Let's go, Sparky. You have a team. This is really weird. I don't think I've ever seen a Sparky Electro Wizard push before, but it's doing things. It's doing big things, and it's about to be even better. Oh my gosh. Is he going to try to defend this? There's no way. He's just going to let the Sparky hit his tower. He doesn't even care. Bro's just letting it happen at this point. If only we got more damage. Man, that's the story of my life, right? We can go for a witch here and then probably just barbs directly on the Skeleton King. He's giving it to me. He's feeling pretty bad and sad right now. There's no doubt about it. Wait, how much free elixir am I going to get? Can I just drop a skeleton army in the middle and not even care and just take all of his towers? I think so. I think we like sack one tower to take them all. That's how we roll. That is literally what we're doing out here. The Witch Sparky Push of Doom. Imagine dropping something like a Skeleton King on this. He's not even trying to defend. What is he doing? You know what? I was right. He's probably revolted by our deck, and he is independent from all of his towers now. When you're playing Elixir Golem into a Sparky Evolved Barbarians deck without Fireball or Zap or Lightning, you are waging a war that you simply can't win. Totally trashing some of the most toxic decks in Clash back-to-back is what I love to see. And where are we in the world after that win? 2,600. This deck feels unstoppable right now, and we're playing against some of the highest ranked, best meta decks in the game. We're matching into someone that's around a top 400 player. You guys already know the deal. Hog Rider and Prey is the only way forward. We have to, okay, well, it's working. My answers are here. We got a zap locked onto the tower with the Hog Rider for some devious damage. I'm feeling pretty diabolical right now, and I don't want to die against someone better than me. Top 400 is someone that you always have to look at and be like, okay, I respect your rank, but hear me out for a second. I am going to delete your rank and replace it with trash, and then you're going to look at my deck and you're going to scream, this is trash, Jake. Why are you playing this? And then you got to understand that I didn't come up with this. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that you're going to be losing against a Sparky Barbarian Skeleton Army deck. Oh man, anyone at mid ladder will be like, yes, this is what I've been telling you, Jake, all along. You need to start playing this strategy. And I'm a believer now. I'm a believer in the mid ladder. If your opponent isn't prepared for it and you can come up with a card combination that actually works semi well, like I think this deck is like an 8 out of 10. It's not a 9 out of 10, but man, does it work well. It becomes a 10 out of 10 if the opponent doesn't know what they're playing against, because they can't adapt on the fly and come up with a way to kill it. If this guy is really good, but he's just like, why is there a Hog Rider Zap deck? It's always Hog Rider Log, so I could use my bats. But you can't use your bats against this deck. It doesn't work. All right, I'm going to zap. I think it hits the tower because the zap. Oh, damn. I should have zapped earlier. That log saved his butt. That was so lucky. That was the luckiest log ever. The Sparky was zoned in. She was dialed in. Hell, if that was my Sparky counter with a log, it wouldn't have been a counter. The Sparky would have blasted my tower. You guys let me know down below in the comment section. If you Sparky counter with a log there, how frequently does that Sparky not shoot your tower? Because that never happens to me. Whenever I log back to Sparky, Sparky hits me. Every time. Every freaking time. All right, we're going to fireball here. Maybe we get a little bit of love. Not quite. Not quite. We literally knocked it closer, and I was hoping the witch would hit it, but the witch is like, nah, Jake, I don't feel like it today. Which is fine, you know. Sometimes you're not feeling it. You're not in the mood. All right, we have to go Skeleton Army. It's going to die to the Electro Spirit, but we're going to get him to pop a bad ability, and then he's going to just lose all this stuff, and I'll feel a lot better about myself. I'm feeling good because Electro Wizard's alive, and then the bats are going to die. I can set up another Sparky like a savage. This is one of those moments where if you are a moron and you are running a spam deck like me, you can just spam all of your stuff and know that Fireball plus Evolve Zap is going to kill most of their stuff. There's not much he can do. He's going to leave. He just left. That's crazy. Yeah, he saw the Spark. He's like, I'm not even going to try to defend that. Is this what this deck does to people? They literally just dip out because they see the cards and like, yeah, this game sucks. I don't want to have to deal with my cards that I'm countering the Hog Rider with dying to the Sparky instantly. Bruh, that's insane. Hammer the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.